Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. On this Friday morning, we're giving you some steps for hope, courtesy of the Catholic News. This morning, I want to welcome the General Manager of the Catholic Media Services, Catherine Tardier, alongside committee member Darindra Boudram. We're getting ready for Steps for Hope. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Hi, morning. Thanks for having us.
How are you doing this morning?
We're good. It's early, but we're good.
It definitely is early, but we are getting ready for Steps for Hope. Yes. First of all, the Catholic News is presenting this, and I want you to just give me a little bit of background on the Catholic News itself.
Sure. Many people know the Catholic News just because it's very old. I think it's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, newspaper. Okay. 132 years going, uninterrupted weekly. So that's quite a history, and it's fully digitized for anybody who's interested in checking it out. And we are published, the Catholic News is published by Catholic Media Services, which is really the communications arm of the Archdiocese of Port of Spain, the local church here in Trinidad.
And the idea behind the Catholic News is just to get information out, to get the word out, or which one? Was it all of the above?
We inform, form, and inspire. So whatever's happening in the church, we cover. But I mean, we also speak about current affairs, and we have inspiring stories. Like we all like to read inspiring stories, things about our faith and
things to give us some hope.
Things to give us some hope.
And now we get to Steps for Hope.
Now we get to Steps.
So tell me about what inspired this 5K or 1K, as the case may be.
Well, this is our first event of its kind like this. We really wanted to do it in commemoration of World Communications Day, which is actually Sunday the 12th. World Communications Day started, I think, was kicked off in the 60s by the Pope at the time as a way for church communicators to pause and say, okay, what are the opportunities, what are the challenges in media and using the media tools that are available to us right now? I mean, I suppose all media houses do that from time to time, and most recently with AI and all of that, it's like everybody, so it's an annual a day that comes around every year, and for communicators, we are encouraged to pause and to really reflect on, do we use the tools, what are the opportunities, what are the challenges? So, I mean, we just want to commemorate that, and invite our media partners to be part of something that, together we are media, we can bring hope to our spaces in Trinidad. We chose the theme Hope because there's an upcoming year of Jubilee next year in the church, which is to do with hope. But really, we all know that as media and communicators, bringing hope is such a powerful thing that we can choose to do through our channels. So that is why we kicked it off. We just wanted to have some fun. I mean, church is not all about, being in four walls of a church. So we just wanted to make it fun and bring people together.
All right, well, we're bringing people together on Saturday, May 11th. So, Darindra, tell me, in terms of I see there's a 5K or a 1K. What's the difference and who can apply to what? Which one?
Well, the 5K is marketed for everyone.
Right.
So once you have the capacity to do it, whether you want to walk, run, jog, anything, you can complete and register and complete for the 5K. The 1K was designed for kids under the age of 12 who might not be able to do a full 5K or persons who might want to walk with their granny, for example.
Right. So granny could be a part of the 1K?
Yeah, granny could be a part of the 1K.
Just is for 12 and under?
Well, parents can carry their kids. So it's designed for them like that.
Right.
So if they're not interested in doing the full 5K, they could do the 1K. Yeah.
How much does it cost to register to be a part of it?
The 1K, we have it. We just got a price of $50 for the 1K.
Okay.
Like you said, parents could walk, accompany their kids. The kids get a medal. All the registered runners get a medal, so including kids. And the parishes, of course, our parish community, our Catholic parish community, we're being advertised to the parish community, so they get rates of 120, which also applies to groups over 10. So we've asked media houses to send groups as well as corporate, to encourage groups to come.
When you say parishes, you mean all Catholic churches?
Yes. Well, our parishes are really like the Catholic churches geographically.
All over the country.
All over the place, yeah.
Right. So anybody who's coming from a Catholic church, they register and they pay the 150.
Yeah, 120 from the churches.
120 from the churches and 150 if you come in.
No. Yeah, just if you register online, generally 150.
150 generally for anybody. So do you, if I register online, can I tick that I'm part of a church?
But you have to register as a group.
So it has
yes,
to be the
it
group
has to be a
church.
group.
All right,
Yes,
nice,
yes,
nice,
yes,
nice.
yes,
That's
yes.
good to know.
Yes.
All right, so how many people are we looking at? Are we aiming to
500.
Yeah.
just 500. A little 500, man. All right, cool.
well,
And it starts at what time? Because I mean, I imagine there'd be different times for the 1K versus the
Yeah.
5K.
Well, yeah, but the 5K starts at 4:30
Okay.
on Saturday.
Yes.
Right, so it's Saturday, the 11th of May.
Yes.
And
Yes.
where does it start from?
Opposite
Yeah.
the Archbishop's house. It begins
makes
and ends
sense.
there. Yeah. I think the
Okay.
1K starts just before because it's obviously a shorter race
Yeah.
and the route is different. And yeah, there'll be lots of sampling and giveaways and prizes, you
Yeah.
know. Just make it a fun day really for everybody.
So it's really a race as well, like with
Yeah.
prizes
Yes.
based on
Yes.
coming first.
Yes, we have cash
Yes.
prizes for the top
Cash
three.
prizes.
Cash
Yeah.
prizes for
Talk
the
to me.
top
How
three.
much we talking about?
I know that there's top 3 male and top 3 female. I think
Okay.
I don't want to say. I think it's like $2,500 for the top.
Yeah.
And is there a limit, like say, if I'm a professional athlete, I can't be a part of it? Or
No,
that's-
if you're a professional athlete, come out and win. If you,
Yeah.
if you have the capacity for it.
Where do we go to register? Catherine?
Bafasports.com. That's BAFASPORTS, bafasports.com. It's up on their pages. It's up on our Catholic News pages as well. So you can follow Catholic News TT. And we have Instagram, Facebook, everything. The registration links go through there. If you are coming from a group, the information is on the site. It's a sort of a different process to register groups. You get your group listing together, and then you email Bafa Sports the list of the group, and then we work through the payment of the group and the registration separately.
Right. And the registration for the group is the 120 per
Yeah,
person?
it's
Or is it
120 per
120 per
person.
person.
Yeah.
Okay, and it doesn't matter how big the group is?
No, doesn't. Well, for the parishes, it doesn't matter. Outside of parishes, groups usually, I think there's a minimum of 10 per group.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that could be to enter either the 5K or the 1K?
Well,
But that's
1K
only
is
for the-
really for kids,
So
right?
if I bring a group of 10 children.
Well, for sure.
All right.
For sure.
Narendra, tell me, in terms of just working on this project, working with the Catholic News, tell me what are some of the benefits to you personally that you've encountered over the time, some of the things that you would have learned that you hope to apply in the Steps for Hope or just generally in life going forward?
Well, one of the major things I usually tell people is that I enjoy the community. I enjoy interacting with people. I mean, I enjoy meeting people from all different walks of life, from all over the country. My time at Catholic News was spent really going around, meeting people, finding out what their needs are. And I think in this venture, and I think for this 5K, holding on to that word hope is really important, and giving our community, our archdiocese, the hope that they need for the future is really important.
And what about you, Catherine? Why do you keep doing this?
Well, I was thinking this morning, hope, right? Same thing. Why do we choose the theme hope? There are lots of things. Christians are really people of hope, and we don't always meet hopeful Christians, right?
Understatement of the morning
But
so
it's just
far.
very easy
Go
for
ahead.
all of us to, especially if we consume a lot of, not to be negative, but a lot of news or anything like that, or consume things that are happening in the world. It's
Social media generally.
social media. It could, we could forget, that we're meant to be people of hope. We just celebrated Easter, and Easter is the story of hope. You don't stay in the tomb. That's not the end of the story, And if we remember that daily, and as Christians, we're supposed to carry that with us. And when we were pulling together the whole 5K, obviously we wanted a wellness activity again, both from the minister for not being fit enough these days, right? So
It's encouragement. He's giving us hope as well.
No, actually, I totally agree. I think as a nation, being active is really lovely to see people on the savannah running and walking. And we know that there's a really active running community. So tapping into that community to bring people out and using that as a way of building community. And we really experience hope in community. We when people, and Narendra just, spoke about community, and we experience it in church, but we experience it in our workspaces, really, and truly community is what keeps you going. And we experience that hope in the community. And so we just wanted to, continue to encourage people to come together to remind ourselves, yes, we can't hide our head in the sand. Trinidad, has its challenges. People have their personal challenges coming out of the pandemic. But but hope is deeper than that. Hope is an undercurrent. It's something that really, it could really sustain you, and we don't want to forget that. We want to celebrate that. We want to witness to that in our own ways, and
Can you suggest a way that we can keep that hope burning inside? I mean, I know this initiative, this Steps for Hope coming together, the community is one aspect of it, but how do you advise that somebody keeps that hope alive from within?
Well, for us, I mean, to me, a personal journey with the Lord. I don't know how people don't do it without the Lord. That's my personal. I know everybody's different, and we walk at different faiths here in this country, which is so beautiful. We can celebrate each other's faith, and I think that's one of the most special things about our country, that we really acknowledge and share and celebrate each other. And those are the little flames of hope that are all over this country. And I think holding on to that, and not only but deepening that, because the journey is a never-ending journey, and you don't know what's around the corner for any of us. And it's in our encounters with people and looking for that spark of hope in someone else and sharing what you have, And they always say it's like lighting a flame, It just goes from one to what's that little song? It takes a spark to get the fire going. If we all have our little sparks, and we really just use that as a.
All right. I see that you use a particular scripture on the flyer. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 20. For you were bought with a price, so glory God in your body.
Yes.
Is that meant to be a part of the hope that we're running with?
Well, and as Catholic News, we have in the last few years we've really tried to incorporate what is, well, in the church we call it incarnation theology. The fact that Jesus really became man. Okay, so God took on a human body. And we celebrate that a lot because we are human beings. We're not spiritual beings. We're not angels. We have a human physical body, and that is how we experience the world. And so you celebrate, even in exercising, even in our encounters with human touch, we can't deny that we are human beings. And so, we put that there because, sometimes we want to think it's all spiritual, but not physical. But we are.
And your body plays an actual factor.
And take care of your bodies. This is how we experience it.
Tell me about in the planning of this event, Steps for Hope, the 5K and the 1K. What are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome in order to be able to say we're going ahead with this event? Katrin laugh, yeah. Katrin laugh. She knows what she's talking about already.
There were. I wouldn't say that there were too many major challenges. I think a lot of it would have been figuring out what was the best timing for us to do an event like this, understanding the preparation, coming to terms with we don't fully know what we're doing, but we are going along with the process. It's the first time, right? It's the first time we're doing a 5K, understanding that this within itself is a journey.
I see what you did there.
So it's really us taking small things in stride. Even with the name, there was some hope. We know hope was the main theme we wanted to go with, but how were we going to articulate that? Something as simple as the medal design, coming up with what we believe would show the essence of what this race means to every finisher.
I'm really happy that you touch on those things because people don't often take time to realize how much of the little work goes into making these bigger events happen. So we want 500 people to come out. We want people to come and support and have hope and all that good stuff. But there's such intricate detail that has to go into it. I mean, I see you have a fantastic list of sponsors here, and I imagine that it would have been some work going into getting those people on board as well.
For sure.
So let me say congratulations to you in advance. I know this is going to be fantastic. Guys, if you want to be a part of it, head across to buffersports.com and you can register to be a part of Steps for Hope, the Catholic News 5K and 1K. It's happening on Saturday, the 11th of May, starting outside the Archbishop House and finishing outside the Archbishop House, and you will get the route on the way. And is there any advice you would give to people who've never ran or walked a 5K before, but they want to come out and try? What should they do to be as prepared as possible?
Just bring your water bottle.
I mean, I try to walk, jog, maybe at least once or twice a week up until then. I mean, you have some time.
Yeah,
You have some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take it easy. Listen to your body. Don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, have fun.
You get a nice medal at the end.
And you get a nice
Once you
medal.
cross the finish
Once
line
you
at the end.
make it to the end. Let me say thank you so much to both of you,
Thank
Catherine
you.
and Narendra. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you
and
for
of course, on the 11th of May, we join them and the Catholic News for the 5K and the 1K steps for hope. We take a quick break and we come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stick around.